We have some new video from Fort Myers Beach. This is at Moss Marina on Harbor Court, and this is about 12:30 this afternoon. You can see the street flooded leading up to the dock. Of course, this was when we were at high tide.
And that's what we're worried about overnight when the high tide hits again. NBC2's Gage Goulding is live from Bonita Bills on San Carlos Island, giving us a look right now.
Yeah, high tide here could be a good and a bad thing, and I want to show you why as we pull out the whole way. We got this big behemoth boat. If you've been following this story, this big guy, the Bachelor Pad is the name of it. It's been wedged here since almost a year ago, 11 months. That's whenever this boat was put here by Hurricane Ian. And you can see, take a look down here. It's wedged on this dock here, and the back end of it is actually kind of down into the pass here, Matanzas Pass. So maybe if we see that full 4 feet of storm surge, this could possibly be lifted up. But that's a good thing and a bad thing, right? We're talking about maybe some other damage. Also, this has become a centerpiece. We got people that have actually come up here and signed all this stuff. I mean, this has become a little bit of a roadside attraction, if you will, kind of like your own little Route 66 here on San Carlos Island. I spoke with the marketing manager just a couple of minutes ago, and they said this could be a good thing and a bad thing. Take a listen.
It's a must stop, and people are begging us to keep it. They love it. They want it to stay as an attraction, but it's got to go, and hopefully this will give it the nudge out it needs. So,
do you think it might actually give it that little nudge to push it back out?
You know, we're hoping. Probably not, but if the tides get high enough, it is that super moon.
Yeah, that little nudge, maybe you could just push it right out back into the bay. Now, I want to show you a couple things. Bonita Bills, they've tidied up inside here. Usually this is an area, if you're local to here, hey, you even visit, this is the place to be. And a couple of the workers here, PJ, you guys actually been kind of batting down the hatches, if you will. What have y'all done here?
Well, we moved all the tables and chairs, and we secured all the sliders with ropes and actually some cables to keep the garage doors open. We're going to let it blow through.
That's the plan.
It cleans the floor good for us.
Maybe make your day easier tomorrow, right?
It's going to be a debris cleanup tomorrow, but we got all the chairs backed up this way, and I think everything's going to go good. Hoping that boat don't come through the restaurant.
I would say that's a legitimate concern, kind of a thought, right?
And I'm living in this building right next to it, so I'm going to be here all night riding through this.
I would say you're riding the storm, hopefully not riding the boat, right?
No, hopefully the storm will take the boat out. But me and my wife, Jennifer, we're going to be here all night long. And we got one other employee living on the sailboat behind us. So there's 4 of us here tonight. We're going to ride it out.
Awesome, PJ. Thank you. I appreciate it. And, you know, this boat isn't the only concern. Josh, if we could take a walk over here, kind of out on this little bit of dock. One thing I want to show you, this is kind of the only little bit of dock that there is. You can see all of these different pilings of where dock used to be. And can we take a look kind of over here, Josh? If we kind of zoom in right over there, you see the mast of a sailboat. That's one that was sunk during Hurricane Ian. It's still sitting here. That's obviously an issue, especially if we get that water. Could kind of lift things up, move it around, but also all that debris that's on the dock there. Josh, you can see it. You can see it at home. All of that. If we get 4 feet of storm surge, if it is true and it's all predicted, all of that becomes more waterborne debris. But coming back here to the Bachelor Pad, the big boat that's kind of wedged in here, I kind of told you that the bow end of it was dug down into the silt here of Matanzas Pass. You're looking at it right there. There is a good possibility. Nothing is for sure. But if we do get enough water, there's a chance that this boat could possibly, I don't know, get a little bit buoyancy and back itself out of here almost the way it came in. Now, the big difference is we're not seeing that storm surge like we saw during Hurricane Ian. So is there enough water? I don't know, but it could be enough. This isn't the only boat, too. If we take a look down here, there are still several boats, more than 11 months after Hurricane Ian, that are just intertwined in this mess of pilings. And all of this, if you could imagine, put on your imagination cap, this used to be all docks here. This was the Waterfront Cafe, Bonita Bills. It still is, let's be honest. But this was the place to be. You roll up in the boat and you dock, you have a beer, you have your lunch, your breakfast, your dinner, whatever it is. And these boats are still messed up. And it's kind of preventing the area from being able to fully recover. And I'm going to walk down here a little bit just to kind of give you a look at some of this dock that is a little still damaged, but this could be part of the problem. If we get more of that water that comes up, this dock is damaged, so that storm surge could possibly end up causing more damage here than good. We're reporting live out here on San Carlos Island. Gage Goulding, NBC2.
Gage, I'm wearing my imagination cap right now, and I'm wondering if you could tell us about traffic on the beach.
I got mine on. It's covering my head.
I'm wondering about traffic down there. Does it seem like people are staying away from the beach at this time?
Yeah, it's a great question. You know, I was watching at home before I came in. Trent Bennett was out here covering this area earlier this morning, did a terrific job. And we saw that kind of mass exodus over the Matanzas Pass Bridge. Right now, if we can zoom in, I see one vehicle kind of heading out. It looks like maybe even a work truck. And then I see somebody up there on a bike. So to answer your question, no. Whenever we were driving around this area, just even within the last couple of minutes, we did not see a lot of vehicles out on the road. But that is a really good thing. That means a lot of people have evacuated already. They've heeded the caution and they've just come to the mainland. It's also a good thing that people aren't coming out on the roads right now, potentially causing more accidents, potentially clogging up the arteries of our roadways for emergency responders that may need to get out and about as we start to see more of Idalia.
Glass half full on Fort Myers Beach tonight. They're hoping that the storm actually cleans their floors for them and gets some boats back in the water.
We hope all they see are some palm fronds.
Yep. They've got to have a sense of humor after what they've been through on Fort Myers Beach.
Exactly. We wish them the best. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back with our continuing coverage.